being our national symbol, this bird was on the endangered species list. And the reason why it was on the endangered species list is because of the things that humans were doing to the environment. In the late 1960s, early 1970s, there were roughly 500 breeding pair of bald eagle in the lower 48 states. Our national symbol on the endangered species list. Except at that point, there was not an endangered species list. That legislation had not come along yet. Well, as a society, we identified the problems that we were causing. And one was the use of a pesticide. It was killing a lot of people, and so we came up with something to kill mosquitoes to protect people. Well, what wasn't realized for many years is who else was impacted by that chemical. And not only were bald eagles impacted by it, because they would eat fish that ate the mosquitoes, and that pesticide would build up in each level. What would happen with the birds is that their eggshells would become really thin. And so when the adults would incubate those eggs and keep them warm, those eggshells would break, so there were no young eagles, only adults. Well, not just impacting the wild animal population, like the eagle, the osprey, the peregrine falcon that we mentioned. Get some wings, she's stretching a bit. But when they go to the bathroom, they have a cloaca. They don't have an exit for poop and an exit for poop. It all comes out the same area. And really all that has to do is with the evolution of cutting down her body weight so she can fly. Their eyes also have two fovea. They have two focus points. So you know how you can focus in the center of your eye? She can do that. So she puts one object in each guy, gives her binocular vision. Well, she also has monocular vision. She can focus at the side of her eye. But if you look at her eyes don't really move. So when she's focusing on that side fovea, she often tilts her head to the side and looking out at just the corner. So I want you to think about what your peripheral vision is like. So you can wave at the side of your face, and go ahead, try it. You can see your fingers there, but you can't really focus on them. I mean, you can even move your eyes over to the side and get a better look, but you're still not getting a whole lot of focus. She can focus there. In addition, when you look at her, it looks like she's giving you a mean look. Everyone's always like, oh, come on, bald eagle, smile. And it's like, what do you mean? I am smiling. Wow. When you look at that face, there's a ridge above her eye that sticks out like the brim of your baseball cap, putting the eye in shape. Oh, yes.
How big are the bald eagles are?
By surface area, the larger the species. You're okay. By surface area and mass, the larger species has less surface area. Smaller birds get colder faster. They lose more body heat because they have a larger surface area according to their body weight of their mass. So she's a pretty good sized bird. So she's definitely a northern species, a northern bald eagle. Any other questions?
Do we have bald eagles like in our vicinity?
Yes. Yeah. So there are bald eagles that nest in every county in the state. And so the closest bald eagle nest that I know about from where we are right here, and there's probably one closer, but there is one on Belleville Lake.
Oh, I heard of that.
There's one on Ford Lake. There's one, there's a couple along the Huron River, upriver from where we are, and there's a whole bunch along the Huron River going south. Yeah, so in the wintertime, that's when we get our really good bald eagle behavior sightings, because they'll all gather up near open water, because they're mostly fish eagles. They eat a lot of fish. They'll scavenge, they'll eat dead stuff. They do go after some small mammals, but they're fish fish eagles. And they'll go after water birds. And so they'll hang out in the wintertime near the open water. And that's when you can get some really good